you have a business and you're trying to figure out which business credit cards to go for this year, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll be breaking down the best business credit cards. I'll also be grading them on three key metrics: how easy it is to get them from the banks, average limit they offer, and also the overall banking experience with the banks and other products they give you as well, such as the business loans, the business lines of credit, and any other business products they provide as well, other than business credit cards. So I'll be giving you a full breakdown of not just credit cards, but also the bank's rules too. And I'll also give you the real-time data points from my personal experiences and my clients' experience as well. So let's get right into it. If you are new to my channel, my name is Chess. I've secured well over 400K in total business funding for my businesses, and I help business owners and entrepreneurs just like yourself secure funding for their business or investments as well. So that's how you know everything I teach here is based off real world experiences, either from my personal experience or from my client's experience. So, first, I like to educate and get through the requirements of what you can do to get approved. So, first, what exactly is 0% interest business funding? It is business funding that typically comes in the form of business credit cards, either from banks or lenders that offer 0% intro rates, anywhere from 6 to 18 months, depending on the institution. And this also allows business owners to access capital without paying high interest during that period. One of the best things about this and about this strategy is that it can be done typically with no docs, and meaning you don't have to submit any extensive financial records or show them that you have a house or any collateral. Documentation, they can include anywhere from 3 months of bank statements. You may have to give 2 to 3 years of your tax returns. You may have to give your profit and loss statements and balance sheets. However, many lenders that we're going to be talking today, they will approve you without needing to show any documents. Now, there are some things that you need to know before jumping right into this. Not everyone will qualify for business funding, and they typically give a new business anywhere from 50 to 150K. But if you're scaling to 250K, it is possible, but depends on how strong your business and your credit is. Now, before applying for any type of business credit cards, let's talk about a little bit more on the personal credit requirements that you need to meet before getting any type of business funding. For the best results, I will always aim for over 700 credit score. If you have a 680 or lower, you might still get approved, but it's a lot riskier. And if you are below 700, I will consider making a few adjustments to increase your approval odds, such as keeping your credit utilization anywhere from 2 to 10%. Always, the lower the better. If utilization is holding you back, you could probably check out some of my videos and where I share like a strategy to lower your utilization. Your personal credit history should be at least 5 years. I've seen approvals anywhere from as little as 6 months of age, but of course, the longer your history, the better. If you do need to boost your credit age, there are some strategies like adding trade lines that can help you out. And most important, having comparable credit is a key factor for you. Ideally, everyone should have at least 10 to 25K for one card, and your combined credit limit should be at least 15 to 20K. Banks typically approve 2 to 3 times your highest personal credit limit. So if your highest limit is only 2K, you probably won't get approved for a 50K card, right? Correct. So no recent negative marks on your credit report is super ideal. We've secured approvals for clients with late payments over 2 years old, but if you have recent negatives, I do recommend you to go through credit repair first. It's the best investment for yourself. Also, I recommend removing any type of inquiries that are not tied to your personal accounts. If you have recent inquiries on your personal account, you could remove them as long as they have not reported yet. Something to keep in mind. So first, we're going to look at Chase business credit cards. This is going to be a popular choice for business owners all across the nation. They have two main cards: the Ink Business Unlimited and the Ink Business Cash. So, why are these cards so valuable? They have 0% interest for 12 months, super great for startups and business needing to float your expenses. I've seen high approvals with Chase. They often give very solid limits as long as you meet their criteria. So Chase does have additional products. They have things like business lines of credit, they have business loans, and I think they also do have vehicle financing as well. And for the Chase business line of credit, if your business has been around for longer than 2 years, you can definitely apply for a business line of credit. without needing a long banking history with them. So you could get up to 250K with no without showing your tax returns if you do have over a 750 credit and at least 5 trade lines reporting as well. A lot of people don't know, but Chase do have a reallocation rule. It's a very unique feature with Chase where you're able to reallocate your credit limits between your business credit cards. For example, if you have two ink cards, one with 40K, one with 20K, and you need to make a very large payment of 50K, but you don't have enough on one card, you can move 10K from one card to the other card just to cover the purchase. Super key. And how can you get approved for Chase business credit cards? Well, first, one of the requirements have at least $2,000 in your Chase business checking or your savings account. Avoid having more than 5 new accounts in the last 24 months, which is their 524 rule. You can bypass this by using a relationship banker. Very key for you. You want to have at least 720 credit score with at least 5 personal credit card accounts. Ideally, banks want to see at least 2 personal accounts with at least 2 years of age. But using a relationship banker will dramatically help you with your approval amounts and getting approved. The typical range I see approved is anywhere from 5 to 50K per card, depending on your credit strength, also your relationship with Chase, and your business strength. My cash flow rating for Chase is a 10 out of 10, just because they cross the 3 metrics that I have. They're relatively easy to get. They're in all 50 states. The average limit they offer is higher than most banks, and they do offer options other than business credit cards. That's why I give them a 10 out of 10. Would recommend. And our next is going to be American Express. They do offer some business credit cards that are super helpful for you. American Express offers both business credit cards, also charge cards as well, all with a soft pull, making this a super unique business product for business owners. And some popular American Express business credit cards, we have the Business Platinum. This card is great for travel perks and large purchases. I love this card just solely for travel benefits, but I would not use this for business expenses other than business travel expenses. Next, we have the Business Gold. This is going to be super ideal for high spending categories with their 4 times reward multiplier. I personally use this card for my marketing expenses for my company because I earn 4 times points on top of my marketing expenses. Super key. And for our e-commerce businesses, I usually recommend the Business Plum card. This is going to be their pink card. This is great for businesses that need flexible payment terms. I've recommended this super for any type of e-commerce business owners. This is because they give you 60 days to pay in full, which is great for managing your inventory. And the last, I have 0% cards for American Express, which is going to be their American Express Business Blue Plus, great for everyday business expenses, and the American Express Blue Crash, which is great for cashback. And what's the difference between charge cards and credit cards? Well, unlike traditional credit cards, American Express have charge cards, which doesn't have a preset limit. So instead of giving you a spending power that adjusts based on your payment history and your spending behavior. And if you do need to make like a $10,000 purchase, you can check the app to see if you're pre-approved in your spending power. And your spending power, it does increase as you use the card responsibly. So if you show them that you could pay down your cards, they'll give you a higher limit. And American Express, they do offer business lines of credit, which I love as well. I recommend getting the business lines of credit after you get the business credit cards and where you can show good spending and pay it off. That way you could get a way higher business line of credit. If your business is 2 years old, you could probably qualify for $100,000 in funding with no tax returns, no documents. But as always, having strong personal credit and also a great relationship will always get you the best results. So, how can you get approved for American Express business credit cards? I recommend having one personal American Express card on the personal side before going for the business credit side. There's no need to have any checking account or saving accounts with American Express. The minimum credit score should be at least 700. Ideally, the higher the better, as always. And the approval amount may vary. American Express generally is a little bit more flexible than Chase when it comes to credit inquiries. I will probably give American Express an 8 out of 10. This is because you need a personal relationship with them before being able to get all their other products with a soft pull. But after you're in the system on the personal side, it's an easy 10 out of 10. So I have a video with a complete American Express breakdown on the top right over here. So now let's move on to our next bank, which is Truist. So Truist, they have 2 business credit cards. They also have a business line of credit as well. Super helpful for you if you're managing cash flow. I recommend doing the business credit cards first over the phone, and then I'll go through with the business line of credit after. Try to ask the person helping you that you do want to do no docs. That way they won't dock you for the business credit cards. You do, however, have to be in a state where Truist does do business. And if you can convince them over the phone that you run the business remotely and you fly in very often to check on your business, or you have employees in the state running operations, they may allow you to fly by that or fly by their rules. And the approval amounts typically range between 15K to 30K per card. For Truist, I would give them a 7 out of 10. This is because you're able to only get their products in certain states. But if you are in their geolocation, it's an easy 9 out of 10. Next, we'll go for the Bank of America business credit cards. So, Bank of America, they do have three business credit card products that you could get approved for only one hard inquiry. I love that from them. They have the Business Advantage Custom Cash, the Advantage Unlimited Cash, and I believe they also have one more. I think it's called the Business Platinum Plus. And I've seen Bank of America tighten up a little bit. So having a relationship is crucial. Ideally, I've seen anyone have at least a 3 month relationship with them to be able to get approved. They do have some rules with Bank of America, and let me go through them with you now. So our first rule is going to be called the 234 rule, which means you can only get approved for 2 new cards in a 30-day period. You can only get approved for 3 new cards in a 12-month period. And you can only get approved for 4 new cards in a 24-month period. A little confusing, but when we break it down, it makes total sense. They also have a 312 rule. This is going to be a little bit newer, not 100% of the cases, but you won't be approved for Bank of America cards on a business or personal if you open 3 or more new credit cards with any of the issuers in the last 12 months. Kind of similar to Chase's 524. And last, there's a 24-month rule, which you will not get approved for the same cards if you opened it in the last 24 months. The beauty of American Express, or I mean Bank of America, is that you can get the same cards approved with them, but only in the 24-month period. So after 24 months, you go back, get the same card approved, maybe transfer your credit limit from the old one to the new one. So the bonus rule that I love with Bank of America is you could typically get a bonus multiple times on the same card as long as you can get approved. And the bad thing about Bank of America is their business lines of credit are very strict now. They do require at least 2 years of tax returns, but they do have business vehicle financing where you could get up to 4 vehicle loans with just one hard inquiry. Very good for our rentals. Unlike other banks, they won't pull your credit multiple times just to get a vehicle. So, how can you get approved for Bank of America business credit cards? Here's going to be the requirements. Minimum credit score, same thing, have over 700. You want to have at least $2,000 in your Bank of America business checking account. This improves your approval chances. You want to have at least 90 days of your relationship built. And best results is through a relationship banker, as always. Approval amounts, I see anywhere from 10 to 25K per card. And last, for Bank of America, they have been more stingy with their limits as of this year, but we can get up to 3 products with an inquiry pool and other great products. I'll probably give them an 8 out of 10. And look, if you found this video valuable, make sure you subscribe and share this with another business owner who could use this help and who are actually looking to secure business credit this year. If you do need one-on-one help to secure 100K plus in business funding, or you want this completely done for you, you can apply to join my mentorship or my Done For You program in the links in the description below or in the pinned comments below as well. As always, this is CashflowChes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.